So every year we do what's called Philosopher's Walks, and essentially every pair in the organisation at Clownfish, they go on a walk for roughly, 5 minutes each, and every single person in the company will speak to every other person. So this takes a long time, and each pair, if we were walking together, I'd say, Eddie, what's one thing that you really love about working with me? And you would say, Matt, I like your infectious enthusiasm.
Yeah.
And then I'd say, thanks, Eddie. And then I'd say, Eddie, just what's one thing that you think if I did would make my job just slightly better? Or what's one thing that can be difficult about working with me? You can frame it however you like. I'm basically asking you, as the person that works with me the most, for some kind of constructive feedback. Yeah, and you would say, there is nothing that I can mention that is negative. No, you certainly wouldn't of all people, actually. What happens is you start to form both a kind of positive, wow, I didn't know that I was liked for this thing. Like, I didn't know that this was a great thing in our company. I'm going to do more of that thing. And sometimes the positives are like, I really like that you kind of, every now and again, you ask me about my husband, who has been a bit unwell recently, and it means a lot to me that you ask. And I wouldn't ordinarily realise that meant a lot to that person.
Yeah.
And in that walk situation, once a year, I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. I'm going to do more of that then. I hadn't realised that meant something. In fact, the best one I ever got, which is really painful, and I always say, if it's painful, it's probably true. Yeah. A young guy said to me, sometimes when I'm in a conversation with you, I feel you're not fully present. Oh my goodness me. That was the youngest in the organisation, speaking to the highest in the organisation, and actually the oldest at the time. And that opportunity would not naturally present itself very well unless I kind of forced it. It's great for him to be able to give me that kind of feedback. Amazing for me. He was entirely correct, by the way. And I didn't even realise he even noticed. And so from that day on, I have worked so hard at being present in one-to-one conversations. And I think to grow at the rate we're trying to grow and to navigate what is clearly a difficult economical time, actually a fast track that makes us different to most other companies is this ability to say to your colleague, just so you know, that van when you loaded, it wasn't loaded very well because that thing fell over. So we actually find it genuinely helps the business and helps the individuals grow faster and quicker.